Hello and
Hello and
welcome.
welcome to another podcast. This is a review of the recent India versus South Africa T20 series. We'll be reviewing the first T20, giving our views and opinions. And this will also be a preview for the second T20 that's happening today. Any changes if needed, and what India can do better in preparation for the T20 World Cup. Um, uh, I guess that's the agenda for today. Uh, so, happy with the first result, Mr. Siddesh?
Yeah, pretty much. Everything went right, but except for one thing that I wanted to point out in the Indian batting side in the T20, if not Abhishek Sharma, then no one does it. That's
uh,
it's a one man
and
batting unit. Tilak Verma has chipped in the Asia Cup finals, but other than one and two performances, it's no one. It was
Fair
Hardik
enough.
Pandya who saved the whole innings last time around.
Exactly.
Um,
And do you think that Hardik Pandya is the clutchest of players when it comes to the white ball, and he's India's most important white ball player?
as of today, Hardik Pandya is the clutch T20 player. Is the only clutch T20 player that we have. Abhishek Sharma won't. I won't count him as a clutch player because he's not in those clutch situations yet. Um,
Yes. He's the one who
necessarily,
sets the tone.
yeah. Openers are not necessarily in those positions where we can call them as clutch players, but definitely Hardik Pandya comes into bat, and even with the ball, he comes into those clutch situations, and he more often than not shows his nerves, proves why he's the best T20 all rounder, and yeah, last time also he scored those important runs. So um, one stat that I have for us, India's batting,
Mhm.
Pandya scored 59 of 28, strike rate 210%, strike rate 210. Others
Mhm.
103 of 92 balls, strike rate 111. So
That
that's
is a
the
very
impact.
interesting stat. That basically summarizes the first T20 in a nutshell. You remove Hardik Pandya's contribution and India struggling.
Yes. So, do you want to give a quick rundown on India's batting?
Yes, I feel the combination is good. I don't feel that there are any selection issues with this, apart from the obvious, where Gill gets a chance over Sanju Samson. That we'll talk about that later. But just to do a quick review of what happened in the first ODI, first T20. I have a few pointers. I noticed that Sky is looking absolutely off color. Um, I don't think he's the best man to lead India. Like if the World Cup was around, uh, let's say 1 year left, if the World Cup was one year later, I don't think Surya Kumar would be um,
So yeah,
in
that's
the
that's a
playing
very
11.
interesting bit that you have come up with now. So Surya Kumar Yadav in T20Is in 2025, 16 innings, 196 run, 15.07 average and 126 strike rate. So we can't even say that his average is less, but he's striking at
Strike rate is
180
more.
or 200. So that is okay.
Yes.
No 50 plus scores. Even the AI overview of Google, which I believe is Gemini, says raising concerns for India despite a strong team performance. So,
I don't think it is a strong team performance. It is just one or two guys pulling the weight of the entire team, notably Abhishek Sharma and Tilak Verma. Tilak Verma is also hot and cold,
hot and cold, yeah.
uh, but uh, but he's I would say very responsible. Doesn't throw his wicket away. That's a really good thing, and that's what we saw in the first T20 as well. He was not striking the ball well, but he was still hanging in there. I don't know if that's needed in T20s, but his knock proved to be crucial. Otherwise, India would have been all out, let's say by 18th over, and then you will have all the tailenders playing the 19th and 20th over. Uh, so I can see that innings of 26 of 32 balls being extremely, I would say, pivotal in the way of what's needed at that phase. Even Akshar Patel's innings can't be underrated. Um, Akshar Patel was actually playing well, and the situation that he came in demanded some form of calmness. And to be very honest, Akshar Patel was very busy as well. He was not consuming too many balls. He was always rotating the strike, giving singles, but he never got a big shot away. His innings was mostly just singles, and the every ball he faced, he would just
Yeah, single doubles
rotate the
and one
strike.
odd six that he hit. That's it.
Yes,
No other
yes, but
scoring
he was at
boundaries.
least rotating the strike, which Tilak Verma needs to improve in his game. Personally, I feel he looks good when he strikes the ball, but you just can't have two modes where you're
Yeah,
either going for a boundary or there's a dot ball.
yeah. Tilak
Um,
Varma, we have seen Tilak Varma sometimes gets into his shell, and then
mhm,
it's very difficult for him. Once he is in that shell, it's very difficult for him to get out of it. So I think that was
mhm,
one of those innings that happened with him. We have not seen
mhm.
him do that very often. We have seen him strike the ball well, and he also scores heavily. Like he scores heavy with a heavy strike rate as well, like above 140, 150, touching 150. We have seen him do that, but these odd innings, we do see Tilak Verma playing these odd innings. I think that is something that will come up with age. I think he'll need to figure out how to take singles in situations where it is difficult to bat. Instead of just blocking the ball, he can just open the face of the bat. Or we have not seen like we have seen players like Williamson do this, where they tap the ball towards third man and take a single. That is something that
Yes.
Tilak Verma misses. So yeah, there is a room for improvement for him. Let's
True.
move on
I,
to
I,
South
I,
Africa's batting. Oh
I,
yeah, you wanted to say something.
yes, I was just saying that whatever you pointed out is absolutely true. But where the T20 game is going, do you think that we have the leverage to keep these players around who are struggling, or should we just pick and choose? Like now, it's too late before the World Cup. Like you need to have a settled squad, and I feel that the squad is pretty settled in terms of the skill set that they bring. But the form is the only issue, I would say. Uh,
Yeah,
and
yes.
that is,
We don't think, or we don't have any questions on their potential. Each and every player in the lineup, even Gill, has huge potential. Gill, by the way, had uh, uh, with all the criticisms aside, Gill had a fantastic 2025. His numbers are very good, averaging almost 50 in T20s, not T20Is, but T20s. That includes IPL. So he was averaging 50 in. He is averaging 50 in T20s, averaging 28 in
but does
T20Is.
but
So
does that mean that we bring in Sai Sudarshan then?
not right now because we have World Cup coming up. The next series I believe is World Cup, and this series, uh, whoever is playing this series should be playing the World Cup. That's how the preparation is done. So, Sai Sudarshan, again, too much of a similar player to Gill. We have anchors already in the team. We have Gill. We have Surya who does dual role of either anchor or a hitter. Tilak Verma also plays that dual role. Akshar Patel also plays that dual role. So we have a lot of players who can play the anchor innings. So we don't actually right now also we don't need Gill, but since he's viewed as the captain, the future captain, he's somehow making his place. But other than that,
But
if we think of
uh,
Sudarshan, it would be too many same players in the same lineup.
Are we missing a trick here? Because Shubman Gill's, you said that he has had a good 2025, but if you look at his last 19 innings for India,
Yeah, Gill had a
that's
good 2025, but not a very good T20 ice in 2025. So, yeah, T20
because
ice, yeah,
his last 19 innings for India have been abysmal. Like I'm talking about white ball. Um, it is like I don't even think he deserves a spot in the team. Uh, just to go over the scores in T20s, he has a 20, a 10, a 5, a 47, a 29, a 4, a 12, a 37, a 5, a 15, a 46, a 29, and a 4. And if you look at the 240s that he has a 46 of 40 balls. So I don't think this is a kind of player that we need in T20 T20 as an opener. And when you have a similar player of the caliber of Sanju Samson, who has been doing extremely well, I don't see a point of not taking him just because he's a captain in our test format. Doesn't like I don't believe that that's a good
before Gill was
metric.
actually slotted into the 11, it was Samson and Abhishek Sharma who were opening, and they were giving flyer starts to India, like quick 80
Yes.
runs in 6 overs. Samson also hit those three consecutive centuries in T20Is, which is a rare
Not
feat.
not consecutive. There were a couple of zeros in between.
Oh, three in five, three in four, and a zero in between.
Yes, yes, yes. And he was, I would say, absolutely sublime. And I think like the reason why I'm talking about this is I think this should be an acid test for both Gill as well as Samson, where you give okay, it's okay now you have persisted with Gill as the opener in the first T20. Give him two opportunities, but if he doesn't perform in this upcoming second T20, you have to bring Samson back because there is you can't justify having Gill in the team anymore.
Gill has been, yeah, I get what you're saying. Merit wise, that makes sense. I'm just
And
talking.
I and I don't want a situation where to accommodate Gill, you're batting Samson at six and leaving Jitesh out because Jitesh has been instrumental in those quick fire innings, like a five ball 10. And I don't think Samson can really do that. Like
Yeah,
he needs some time sometimes. And in the power plays, he's able to give that start of five ball 10 runs or something, but he's not that effective when it comes to death overs. And you
true.
don't have that same level of skill. Like I am not saying that Sanju Samson can't play after the power play, but what I'm trying to say is he can't give you a five ball 10 runs innings like Jitesh played in the last T20. You can't expect that from Samson. Samson will get a 15 ball 30, but he needs those 15 balls at the beginning.
True. Yeah, even I believe the same that Samson, we cannot expect Samson to bat at number 5, 6. Uh, he bats, his best batting position would be opening. He has performed well while opening. Uh, so yeah, I get it because merit wise, why would you change something that was working so well, which is Samson
Mhm.
and Sharma? But now that they have made the change, and they have also asserted that Gill is the vice captain of the team, so I think they are looking at Gill, who will be playing the World Cup coming January or
Is
February.
this is this because you feel that there is a lack of faith in Surya Kumar Yadav? Because you are trying to promote a vice captain before the captain, because the position of the captain is in question after the World Cup. Do you
It
envision?
is definitely Surya Kumar Yadav will lose his captaincy if he doesn't win the World Cup. I feel this might be uh, last few. I won't say last few years, but I think last year and a half for Surya. And if it's last year and a half, then they might be looking at promoting Gill to the captaincy once the World Cup is done, and Surya can continue playing as a player, similar to
Mm-hmm.
what they have done with Rohit Sharma.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. But yeah, moving ahead,
Yeah.
just let's do a quick review of what happened. South Africa absolutely collapsed. I do not know why. Um, the There was no. I would say Miller's inclusion is a question mark when you have such great players on the bench. I don't know why he was playing ahead. They have the new all-rounders called Lind. I am not sure how you pronounce his Linde or Lind,
Oh,
but
Linde,
he
yes,
seems to be a
George Linde.
yeah, yeah. But he seems to be a extremely powerful hitter, left-hander, similar to Miller, gives you that bowling option as well. Uh, and I think Miller is past his prime. He has not been with the team for long, just plays T20s. And I think that's an option that they could explore. And they went very heavy in the bowling. If you look at Keshav Maharaj batting at seven, you kind of have a very light batting lineup. And that's the problem that they had. Like after Miller was gone, Donovan Ferreira came in, but Donovan Ferreira is I personally envision him either as an opener or a one-down batsman. That's not his role coming down the order. Uh, but yeah, I do understand why they are trying to switch over their batting lineup so much to accommodate a few people. Like for example, Rickleton had an amazing T20 season before that, but he's nowhere in the team. And I think that's down to Quinton de Kock. But I feel there is some form of, I would say, there is a lot of talent in South Africa. And you have seen that in the ODIs as well as the tests. But they need to get their combination right. They have been tinkering and playing around with their combination for far too long.
Yes, opening with Decock and Markram. Not sure why Rickleton is not in the 11. I am not sure if he's in the squad or not. Should be in the squad. But
And
yeah,
also, and also if you look at um, the position of Tristan Stubbs coming in at one down, there were huge question marks on uh, why that was the case. But oh, he's not even in
is
the
not in the squad.
okay,
So
not
they
in the
have.
squad. Okay.
If Rickleton is in the squad, he can open with Decock, and everyone goes one position down, including including Markram, who will then bat at one down. I feel
Yes.
because Stubbs batting at one down is a bit early, even for Bravis to come at four is a bit early. So if everyone goes
Yes.
one position down, they can play someone like a Bosch instead of Miller, and that
No,
might
I
sort
envision Bosch playing instead of क्या है?
Simpala,
Simpalma. Yeah,
Sip,
Simpamla.
Sipamla.
Sipamla, yeah, because you don't re need this kind of bowling depth. If you look, you're playing four frontline bowlers with an option of Jansen as your fifth bowler. Markram can ball some spin. Here, I can envision instead of Miller, you can bring in Linda, and uh, instead of Lutho Simpala, you can get in Corbin Bosch. It strengthens your batting. Uh, and it also gives you a lot of depth in bowling uh, and lots of options.
Okay, so I have few stats. Miller versus Hardik in T20s. This is T20s, not T20Is. Runs 70,
Mhm.
balls 55, Dismissals 8. So Hardik Pandya has got him 8 times. Averages just 8.75. Strike rate 127. Stubbs
And that's
versus
just
Arshdeep. This is so Hardik Pandya has Miller's number in here. When it comes to Stubbs versus Arshdeep, 65 runs, 38 balls. First dismissal was the last match. Strikes at 171. 11 fours, 1 6. So Stubbs likes Arshdeep. Quinton de Kock versus Arshdeep. 19 runs, 21 balls, 4 dismissals, averages only 4, strike rate 90. And Arshdeep
uh,
also is one of the few bowlers who has 100 wickets for India. I think he's the only, no, he is one of the two bowlers who has 100 T20I wickets for India. And Bumrah joined the list in the previous match, and Hardik is at 99, I believe.
Mhm.
Also,
And that's a very surprising stat where Hardik Pandya is just 2 wickets off Jasprit Bumrah.
they have a
When
difference
Bumrah
of
is
35 games. Hardik has played 106 games and close to 106. I don't remember the exact number. And Bumrah has played
Mhm.
76 or 78.
Yes, yes. So no, I just wanted to highlight. Yes, I'm not saying that Hardik Pandya is as good as a bowler as Bumrah, but I'm saying the impact that Hardik Pandya brings with his bowling. India misses that so much whenever he's not playing. He
Yeah.
brings that amazing kind of balance into the squad where you can play a Hardik Pandya. You have the liberty to play an extra bowler if it's a bowler friendly game or an extra batter if you are looking for more runs. And that kind of luxury, we miss it and we take it for granted whenever Hardik Pandya plays.
Yeah. One more stat. Most wickets in power plays for India in T20Is. Arshdeep and Bhuvneshwar Kumar joint highest at 47 wickets. Arshdeep's strike rate is 15.9, which is amazing. And Bhuvneshwar's strike rate is 24.5. Bumrah comes third at
Uh,
33.
Bumrah
Striking,
doesn't really ball in the power plays.
yeah,
Like
still
mostly
has a higher
he
strike
bowls
rate
just one.
than the other two. Has
Yep, he just
25.4.
bowls 1 or 2 overs in the power play. Arshdeep bowls 3 or maybe 2, but Bumrah is usually just limited to 1 over. So that's totally fine. But a very interesting stat that even after so many years, Bhuvaneshwar still shines. He was an amazing bowler for India.
So, what are your prediction for the second T20?
For the second T20, I expect South Africa to do better. It's going to be a much more competitive game, and I feel that if South Africa bowl first, South Africa might extract a lot of pace and bounce from the Chandigarh wicket, and that's where we need to see how our top order performs against the fiery South African side. If you look at Nokia's bowling. There was not even a single slower ball he bowled in his 24 balls that he bowled. It was all out gun fast bowling, and Hardik Pandya took advantage of it. But his first spell, Nokia was amazing when he was bowling to the top four of India. And that is one thing I need to really try and understand that if Surya Kumar Yadav, Tilak Verma both are going to play in their shells, it's going to be a very difficult ride for India. They need to come out all guns blazing. You have a lot of batting in the lineup. One small change that I would envision throughout the series is the floating role that Akshar Patel might play. Uh, he has proven himself to be a good batsman at 5, but on certain situations, I feel that he's batting a bit higher. Uh, maybe a Shivam Dube could be given that role to play at five because he really takes time to strike the ball. And as we have seen in the previous T20, he was not really up to the mark where he just had to come and swing, and he struggled against pace bowling. So give Dube an opportunity to play himself in and then go for the big shots like he did in the Asia Cup. Would be a good good addition to the squad, but Akshar Patel is not doing a bad job. It's just something that I would do to get better, something better out of Shivam Dube, because I don't see the squad changing much before the World Cup, and we should really start preparing for the World Cup because India are definitely favorites, but not heavy favorites, according to
Yeah,
me.
that's what I was going to say. That this is the 11 that I see that this is the 11 that is going to play the first match of the World Cup. Only thing is
Hmm.
that I would want is I think India is playing like one batsman to like if Dubey is batting at 7 and Jitesh at 8, I think India is batting one batter too much. Maybe Jitesh can come at 7 instead of Dubey. They can go for another all rounder who can actually contribute with the ball. Other than that, I don't see any changes in this lineup.
But who is that all rounder for you then?
There is no one like right now. They might replace Dubey with Sundar, which is fine by me. Works for me. They might replace him with Harshit Rana, which is also fine by me. Doesn't matter because Dubey is batting way too low for him. If they want to go for the same playing 11, this is also a very good playing 11. The only difference then I would want to see is to for Dubey to come at 5 and Akshar
Correct.
Pandya at 6, Akshar at 7. Jitesh can stay
Yes,
at 8. Jitesh does that role very well, so that's not a problem.
correct. And this is what I was referring to.
The only question for me here is if Dubey is batting at 7, then he can be replaced. If he's batting at 5, then the same 11 can play.
That is the point where I was coming to, where I can see Akshar being the floater, but I don't see that happening in the Gautam Gambhir era, where Akshar is being forced to bat at five, not regarding the situation. Like even if wickets fall early, Akshar bats at five. Even if he comes in later in the innings, Akshar still bats at five. So I would see, I would like to see some form of flexibility there. I would like to see Shivam Dube come in around the 12 or 14 over mark. Whatever the situation, may it be five down, six down, or three down, that doesn't matter to me. I don't think the positions in T20 are that rigid. In T20 you should rather look at how many overs are remaining and plan accordingly. Uh, and that's the reason the reason I want Shivam Dube to play is because the games are going to be in India, and in India, there is like most teams come with a spin heavy attack. Uh, uh, and that's where you can see the real quality of Shivam Dube shining.
Yes, true.
So keeping Shivam Dube is a really good option, and like people laugh at it, or I don't know why people are very skeptical about it. But he has been putting in the yards when it comes to bowling. I know he's not a
Yes.
finished product, but he has been doing well. And if you look at the Australia series, he did ball well. Uh, and in the last game also, he picked up a wicket. And I know
Yes.
he was bowling to tailenders, but he is putting his hand up. He's saying that give me the ball, if it's forced by the management that you are going to bowl. But having Shivam Dube as your sixth bowling option, uh, if he's going to pick crucial wickets, I'm all in for it. And the reason why Shivam Dube can be a good golden arm is how I envision him to play. Uh, just ball it over here and there. Uh, try to force a batsman to play a bad shot, get a wicket. That's how he's going to get wickets. You can't expect Shivam Dube to bowl a beauty of a delivery and take a wicket. It's more just to disrupt the flow of the batsman, thinking that they can capitalize on Shivam Dube over attack and then play a bad shot and lose the wicket. but it changes the momentum of the game, and you have seen that in Australia. Like I know not many people are fans of Shivam Dube's bowling, but the way in which they are using Shivam Dube is really interesting to me, and I think that he has a place in the 11.
True, true. Yes. Um, what's up with wicket keepers who have started bowling? It was Glenn Phillips and now Donovan Ferreira bowled well. 2 overs, 13, 1 wicket.
Donovan
Those,
Ferreira had an amazing. He identified that there is not much spin in the track. The ball is skidding, and the way in which he removed Shivam Dube was really interesting. Instead of attempting to spin the ball, he just balled a seam of delivery, a
yes.
medium pieces delivery. Shivam Dube thought that the ball would turn, grip, played down the long line. The ball just skidded, and it was an
Yeah.
like if someone can come in and chip in 2 overs like that and uh, give me a good return, I'm all up for it. I don't think in T20.
If my part timer is giving me 2 overs for 13 runs and 1 wicket, I'll be more than happy.
And that's what I'm coming through. The game of T20 is so short, and I feel that the game of T20 is all about momentum. And if you're able to break that momentum in whatever way, uh, you don't need to be a great bowler to achieve that. You just need to have a plan in mind that I'm going to pack the leg side and target the legs. Uh, Even that works because end of the day you just need to force the batsman to play a bad shot and you're in the game. It's
Okay.
more about planning than having the skills. Like I'm not saying skills are not needed. I'm just saying that good planning with an average bowler can also work in T20s because the batsman is looking to maximize, and that's where most of the wickets come in.
Okay, I think. Do you have any other comments or anything that you want to say about the India South Africa game? Whether it's the older one, the one that is completed, or the one that is coming up.
I feel this is actually a very important series for India. This is the series where you should try out a few things rather than stick to your plan. Uh, because leading up to the World Cup, South Africa is one of the stronger sides. I would say only maybe Australia is better, and England on there are better. England on their day are slightly better, but I think South Africa is a really strong side. With the other squads like New Zealand in decline, I think South Africa are one of the uh, I would say favorites, not to win but to compete extremely strongly, and um, they have all the I would say attributes and skills needed in the game. They just need to find the right balance, and I think that's really important for them. So it's an important series for South Africa as well, where they try out their combinations and get to one set 11 that they can trust. Uh, but yeah, but on the contrary, on the Indian side of things, big question marks over Shubman Gill, big question marks over Surya Kumar Yadav, big question marks. I wouldn't say big question marks, but there are a few question marks over Tilak Verma as well, where he needs to kind of evolve into a better batsman than what he is and step up to the next level. He's a great batsman, no doubt about it. But if he has to become a guaranteed starter for India, he needs to be more consistent
Yeah,
with his
consistency is the
performances.
key here for Tilak Varma. He
Yes.
scores in one innings and then we don't see him scoring in another few innings, and then there is one inning that he struggles in, and that everything just mixes it up to being an average performance. We do see sparks, a good spark in between, but those come far in between. So we need him to start performing more consistently. Um, Agree on Surya Kumar's performance of late. Hasn't been a good 2025 for him. Although he scored a good amount. I think he scored had a 600 plus or a 700 run,
He had a good IPL.
yeah, a run IPL. So not that long back. It has been a long back. So now after that he has not performed well. So other than that, I think if once Abhishek Sharma starts performing just one bad game, I would say. If he starts again with the kind of innings that he has done for India, then other batters can just piggyback on that confidence and like try to get their form back as well. I'm talking about Gill, who is returning from an injury, Surya, who's not having a good 2025 when it comes to international T20s, and Tilak, who blows hot and cold. Um, Hardik Pandya will do his thing. Akshar Patel again, he'll also do his thing with the bat, with the ball. Both of them ever reliable guys. We know Arshdeep will do his thing. Arshdeep has been consistent throughout 2025. Even back in 2024, he was very consistent. Um, Varun Chakravarti also, we don't have
We
any
are
questions regarding Chakravarti, Arshdeep, Bumrah.
we are blessed with an amazing bowling lineup where
Yeah,
you have Varun Chakravarti, Bumrah, and Arshdeep. That trio is going to win us so many games. Might win us the World Cup as well, and it won't be because of the batsmen. It won't be because of these three guys. The way that we support them is the real question. Where I have question marks is Akshar good enough to bowl 4 overs? Uh, that's the real question. And if Hardik Pandya has an off day with the ball,
then
that's
Dubey
where the
will have
struggle
to,
begins.
yes. Then
Yes,
comes in Dubey, and if two of our mainline bowlers are having problem, then Abhishek Sharma will also have to come up and bowl 1 or 2 overs. So
the surprising factor was Tilak Verma bowled in the
yes,
last
yes.
ODI. Do we envision him being someone like a Markram? Like I know Markram has bowled a lot, but I think that would be really important if we can get a couple of overs of Tilak Verma. And I think he should push Surya Kumar Yadav in IPL cricket to give him a chance with the ball. And that is a very good experimenting ground for him.
Yeah,
But if
Hardik
he
Pandya is
can,
the captain. Mumbai Indians. Tilak Verma plays under him. Hardik Pandya will be
yes,
seeing
yes.
him bowl in the nets for India, for Mumbai. Uh, let's see if Pandya makes that decision to let him bowl. But if he does,
Mhm.
that will be very handy for India. Even getting 1 or 2 overs, because that opens up more bowling options at the death.
Options.
Yeah, so at the death,
Correct.
when we have like 1 over remaining, if we have two options, that would be amazing. But
Correct.
that was
And
just an example. But yeah,
and that would also help Tilak Verma cement his position in the ODI squad as well, because there is a really big hole. Like if you are going to play Ruturaj at four, why not play Tilak? And that was the gamble that uh, the last ODI series brought to us. If Tilak Verma can consistently bowl 2 3 overs in the middle, keep it tight, that's a lovely space to be in, because if you look at the Indian batting lineup in the ODIs, there is literally no one who can bowl in the top 4 or 5. Even if Gill plays instead of Jaiswal, that doesn't change the bowling per se. Hardik Pandya was not there, so I envisioned why Tilak Verma got a ball. But if with Hardik Pandya and two frontline pacers with two frontline spinners, India are looking really strong for in the ODI department. But this Tilak Verma learning how to bowl is going to be a very big boost for his career as well as for India to give that balance in the middle.
okay. So that's all for India South Africa. We have another match: West Indies New Zealand. Can West Indies pull off one more draw? New Zealand has the lead right now, still batting.
Uh, I think West Indies is that kind of team that is full of surprises. Uh, it I wouldn't watch the game until it's in the day three or day four phase because uh, I find day four and day five to be the most interesting days for tests. If it's a good pitch, nowadays we are seeing tests being finished in 2 days or 3 days. The recent India South Africa series, the Ashes that have been going on 4 days, the game is over. Uh, People are going extremely aggressive in tests with the ball as well as with the bat. So that would be an interesting watch, and I have an eye out for the Ashes as well. There's a slight break in before the third test begins, but Ashes has been really spicy. And with Pat Cummins and Hazelwood returning for the third, like at least they are fit for the third test.
I
I'm not
have
sure
no
if they'll
news.
play
I
or
have
not.
no news about it. We'll come to
Yeah.
know when we come close to the game.
Yes, yes, but that's what I have heard from the Australian media as well. That they're close and they're raring to go, but amazing spell. Like whoever Australia brings in as their third or fourth seamer, supporting star, everyone seems to do well. Be Boland, Nesar in the last uh, test. Amazing, man. I don't know from where they pulled out these pacers. I wish India
These
had such
all
factory
pacers,
too.
these all are veterans of domestic cricket. Neesar has been playing domestic cricket for more than 15 years now. Boland
Yes.
more than 10 years. These all have these all players have 200 wickets, first class wickets in their name. So they know how to pick wickets, irrespective of who comes to bat, irrespective of what the level of cricket is. At the end, they are bowling to a batter, and with all those games they have trick up their sleeves where they understand where they have that game experience of understanding the pitch, making out if they want to, like, what is the length they want to bowl at, what is the line they want to bowl at, is it fourth stump, is it fifth stump. So yeah, Australia always does that. They have a strong domestic setup. They make sure that all their players whom they think can contribute to international cricket, to international team, they make sure that all of them play regular domestic cricket. Just pick the best ones and replace with whoever is injured, and that's how their cricket has been for the past 25 years that I have seen them play. I'm pretty sure that's how it has been
Yes,
for
absolutely.
X number of years.
And and if you look at Jake Weatherald as well, he made his debut when he's 31.
Yes,
In India, if you're 31, you don't even get a look in,
yes,
let alone given a chance.
true.
So so I think we should learn from this Australian I would say way of doing things. There have been so many batters who have been doing extremely well in Ranji, and I get it that if you are going for a foreign tour, you don't trust those batsmen because the domestic players have never played on fast swinging wickets. Then it kind of makes sense
Makes
that you go
sense.
for
Yeah.
experienced international players. Like even if they have played internationals in a different format, you trust them. I kind of get some logic in that. But when you're playing at home, when the ball is spinning and doing so much. These guys have played in those conditions for years. Like your Sarfaraz Khan, your Ishwarans, your Baba Indrajit, and your Prithvi Shaw to some extent had an amazing Ranji season last year. These guys have earned their stripes. They have been playing so well. Why can't these guys be promoted is the real question. And I think that there needs to be an overhaul of the entire test squad for India. There should be like no one should play because they have performed earlier. Because for the past 2 or 3 series, no one has really performed for India. And judging by how the Ashes are going, England is struggling too. So a two-all draw series in England is not a big achievement because the
And it
current
was a
England
very
setup is
flat
also poor.
England. It was a very flat England pitch throughout the series.
Yes,
It was not swinging. It was not seaming. It was batting friendly. So that
yes,
result should
yes.
surprise us because when it comes to flat pitches, Indian team should be a beast.
Yes, and they lost two of their greats who are like who
Who
are
are number one and number
inescapable.
two in ODIs, by the way.
Yes, yes, and they were called non-committal by some of the other members of
Mumbai
who
teammate.
are associated who are associated with their the Indian cricket team. I wouldn't name them, uh, but coming back to the point, I'm just saying that uh, you got to trust your own system. You have such a great system in Ranji, where there is a plethora of talent, and I'm not saying that just pick someone who has had a great Ranji season once. I'm saying that there are veterans of the game who have been playing Ranji all their life and they have been doing so well. Just pick them, just give them a chance. And please remove any biases that you have from IPL. I don't think IPL translates well into tests. Like there has not been a single example where that has held true. So I think let's just abandon that experiment, say we tried something, it we failed at it, move on, start from a clean slate. I know that the tests are 6 months away, and we are talking about it. But these are the learnings that we need to get from other teams on what they are doing and how they are developing their test teams. And I feel Australia is one of the best test squads for the past 5 or 10 years. They have had transitions. They have had change of leaderships. They have had big players retire, but they always come back strong. Um, and
True.
that's an incredible way of maintaining a team, and I think India should learn from it. And in the past 10 or 15 years, India didn't really need to transition. They transitioned once from the likes of Tendulkar's, the Dravids, Ganguly's, and Lakshman's retiring. A new set of players came in. They ruled Indian Test cricket for the 10 years, but now when they are fading away, there doesn't seem to be a great transition phase. And I will call it a transition phase because I don't see any of the batters or players in the Test 11 uh, being being pro test players. They are good cricket players, but I don't think they have that kind of mentality and mindset to play the test game. And you need that when you're playing tests.
Yeah, there should always be a very distinctive conversion between potential to performance. Um, we know all the players who play for India. They are one in a million, one in a billion. So they have that potential. It is just when will that potential translate into performance? Uh, by now, we should have expected the likes of Rahul, Gill, Jaiswal has been doing well, so putting his name will not be right. But just to count, Jaiswal, Gill, Rahul, uh, primary top three that we have. Uh, then there is a hole where we don't know who our number three batter is. We are looking at Sudarshan right now. We looked at Karun Nair. We looked at Sundar just for a test match. There's a hole there. Then there's a hole at number five. There's a hole at number six. Who is the
Number six
keeper?
is usually keeper.
Keeper, yeah. So keeper's position is
I would still
completely fixed. Um, uh,
yeah I
no
would
issues
still
with that.
believe in Pant. And the names that you are mentioning, I really appreciate you for calling these guys out. These guys are not really youngsters anymore. They should have been like we should have been in a position to call them uh, regulars in the team or veterans. KL Rahul has been playing for so long. I think he
12
needs to
years.
step up his game. I think he needs to step up his game, say that I am the leader of this batting lineup. I set the tone for the game, and really come out. You don't want someone who is uh, like okay, it's okay if you're not the captain, but you can still take up responsibilities. That's what we have seen from so many years. Like look at
Yeah,
Sachin Tendulkar. He was never a captain, but he was always the leader of the batting lineup.
true.
He would always put his hand up. He would always take the blame for a series loss, and he would single-handedly perform, like maybe in a losing cause or a winning cause, but he would always put up his hand, and that is what you expect from guys like KL Rahul.
True. So
Just
the
take the
the four
responsibility.
batters that I named earlier, Jaiswal, Gill, Rahul, and Pant, these are no more young players. These are pro players, pro international, pro test players for India. They should be. They are the leaders now. Like
Yes.
batting strategy, how to pace up the innings, how to carry the other two youngsters. So these are four. There will be two youngsters who will be playing number three and number five mostly, or number six, depending on where Pant bats. But basically, these four should pull the other two, and together they should form this batting unit where four of them are the leaders in their specific roles, and two youngsters being carried. But I don't see that
In
happening.
every game, I feel like let's if you take a overview of the series, these four batters need to have an average of 50 per inning.
True,
Like I agree that it's not possible to score a 50 every game, but you need to have those hundreds that compensate for your 20s.
true.
And that is where the runs are going to come from. And
True. For an
also I would
opener,
like
we can understand averaging 45 or something like that. And for a keeper, I can again understand to have an average of 40 to 45. But the other two middle order batters, specifically who comes at 3, 4, and 5, these three are the batters who should be ticking 50 always, their career average. Like you said, if they have a bad game, they should have a big daddy 100 uh, pretty soon coming, so that uh, everything averages out to 50 or and above. That is how you win
yeah,
tests.
and and if you look at all the great Indian test teams, who are your three, four, five? Dravid, Tendulkar,
Lakshman.
Lakshman, or Ganguly. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Then if you look at the next generation, it was
Pujara, Kohli,
Pujara,
Kohli,
Rahane,
Rahane.
Kohli. Yeah, sorry, Kohli, Rahane. So if you look at them, these were pure batters who would put their hand up and say that I'm going to make the most runs in the team, and I am the one who is going to power us to a victory or to a big score. But if you look at the current test team, you don't have a three and five. And who is going to do the bulk of the scoring? Like you rightly pointed out, the openers can get a beauty of a delivery, and you can't do much about it. Like the bowlers, the new ball, fresh pitch, you don't know how things are going to get. And if you get a pitch up front, there's not much you can do. But your three, four, five are the ones that are going to score you the bunch of the runs, and then you can have Pant to finish off the game, like he did during his legendary BGT tour that put him on the map. So if you look at the current setup, that's the problem that I envision. Uh, and we are talking more about tests is because our ODI and T20 lineups pick
Yeah,
themselves
pretty much
up.
settled.
Like yeah, they're pretty settled. Everyone knows their role, what they need to do, and there's not much to talk about there. But the recent Ashes series, with Australia not playing their two frontline pacers, two match winners, and still cleaning the floor with England.
The
That is
legend of
something to
Stark.
abs.
The legend of Stark
eh,
comes in. He says, "Buddy,
Yes,
I hold my beer. I am the best bowler in the world, and I will show it why." Without his two
and
support bowlers, he picked it. He picked all those wickets alone and done.
Exactly, and India has a star per se. Like in Bumrah
Yeah, yeah.
for India is their star,
Bumrah
and
is
you
star of
need
India,
a good.
yes.
Yeah, and you need that support where you can't expect that is literally what was happening in the two series, may it be England or South Africa. You don't know what's going on. No one is picking wickets. You just throw the ball to Bumrah and expect him to just clean up the entire lineup. That is not how things work. You need to pile on pressure from the other end. You need to have quality support, and that is where I think India loses the trick. If we continue our conversation about the test lineup, there's a hole at 3 and 5, punt at 6. Then you need two all-rounders at 7 and 8, and then you go with three frontline bowlers. If it's going to be
India doesn't have that two all-rounders. India has that. India can have makeshift all-rounders in one days and T20s. That works, but that bits and pieces player cannot be played in Test match because that it brings down one of the either batting or bowling. So India doesn't have that luxury of playing an all-rounder. Like
and if you like just to by a player, I am not saying player bits and pieces player. I'm saying player with a strong skill, like how Jadeja and Ashwin were for India
yes. They
all
were the
these
all
years.
rounders for India, so
Where
that's the best that India got.
exactly. Exactly. And if you like, just to complete my point, I just want to say Jadeja was initially a batsman.
No, he Jadeja
Jadeja
always
was,
was a bowler who could bat. Even in his under 19 days, he was rock star with the ball. Um
yes, but no. The point I was coming to was that Jadeja and Ashwin, they had a primary skill of their own, and they developed the secondary skill. In terms of Ashwin, he was only a bowler. Then he learned how to bat in test. And similar for Jadeja, Jadeja was never that great of a bowler. He became one over time where Dhoni trusted him. He was a part-time bowler. Part-time bowler is very harsh, but he was never that go-to frontline spinner that India envisioned. He became one over time, and he was not replaceable. So if you want two players of that quality in the team, I think we have two good candidates. I'm not saying that they are polished. Akshar Patel can be a like for Jadeja, and Washington Sundar is not really an Ashwin. I think that is where India needs a new frontline spinner coming into the picture, and I don't know who that is today. And that is the reason India is losing so many tests at home is because we miss Ashwin. Ashwin would change the game on his own and he would limit the opposition on his own. And we missed that. I thought Kuldeep would step up there, but I don't see the same uh, impact that Kuldeep is having on the game as Ashwin did. And there is a severe lack of an off spinner per se. And I don't think Sundar is up to the mark to be that bowler. Uh, Sundar is more of a batsman who bowls. So that's something that, like, there's a big hole there, is what I wanted to point out.
when I was watching the under 19, I think last to last under 19, I saw someone, I saw Manav Sutar bowled, and
Hmm.
he's a left arm orthodox bowler, and he was
Hmm.
bowling like a proper orthodox test match with flight spin. He was deceiving the batsman with spin. uh, I really liked that bowling. There's no one in Indian setup right now who has that kind of length other than Kuldeep, who are more traditional. Ashwin is someone who I would say is more of a traditional who flights the ball and then spins.
Hmm.
There is no one in the domestic that I know of who is that kind of a bowler who can who can come in to the test lineup as the primary spinner of the team, because I would always prefer uh, a team to play a primary spinner, a spinner who is a traditionalist, an orthodox bowler who can flight the ball, who can turn the ball, be it a off spinner, leg spinner, doesn't matter. But India misses that. Kuldeep
And
has
and
not been that great because there's one thing that usually comes up, and that is leg spinners, righty or lefty. Uh, when they pitch the ball, it's towards the stumps, but that ball spins and goes off the stump. And in Indian pitches, you want to hit the stumps more, so that's why finger spinners are
yes,
more preferred, and that's why we
true.
need more finger spinners, like a Ashwin was, like a Jadeja is, because
And
even left arm orthodox spinners like a Jadeja, they come from over the wicket and they then pitch it on the stumps, spins and it hits the stumps. So those kind of
yes.
bowlers, India doesn't have those kind of bowlers who can replace these two, Ashwin and Jadeja specifically, and become the
Mm.
primary spin hunters.
True.
Uh,
And if you look at traditionally as well, like before the Ashwin Jadeja era, you always had a Murli Kartik, a Pragyan Oja, a frontline quality
Amit
finger
Mishra.
spinner. Yeah, Amit
Amit
Mishra as
Mishra
well.
was a leg
Amit Mishra
spinner,
was amazing. Yes,
but he
yes.
used
But
to
but
bowl that traditional flighty, loopy leg spinners.
yes, yes. And this is what I was saying, that if you're playing in India, you know the conditions so well. All your domestic season happened there. Why isn't it that there are such kind of bowlers coming out? Is it because of a huge influence of T20 cricket where people don't want to become those traditional
Yeah,
off
we
spinners?
don't see traditional spinners anymore. All the spinners who come up of late are darting in the balls, uh, mid 90s speed, like 90 and a half
Hmm,
kilometer per hour. Uh, Flat ball, they don't spin and flight the ball anymore. That is a T20
hmm,
influence that has been hurting, because if we look at the spinners, not just in India but overall all over the world, we only have a few select spinners left who are wicket takers. We have Nathan Lyon, we have Jadeja, who is a wicket taker only in India. uh, I don't recollect anyone. People play Keshav Maharaj, but he's more of a container than a wicket taker for South Africa. He just comes in
true.
between those fast bowlers and does a very good job at it. But he's not the wicket taker of the
Adil
team.
Adil Rashid does a really good job for England for wicket taking.
Yes, yes, when ODIs and T20s, now that, but he's not preferred anymore. Like he has been out of the team. Um,
True, true. No,
so
I'm
yeah,
just saying that there was a phase where he
yes,
was a really good wicket taker for
yes, true.
England.
And he was also a traditionalist. More because leg spinners has to be traditional spinners of the ball, because they don't have any other option. But there is a new crop of leg spinner also coming up with Rashid Khan, flat, Noor Ahmed, again flat spinner,
True,
leg spinner.
true.
But yeah,
And
this is a
I just
impact of
had
T20, not just in India but all over the world.
I just had a question for you. Would you give uh, Rahul Chakravarti a chance in tests? A chance is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
I don't
Uh,
see personally. I don't think Varun Chakravarti will pick wickets in tests, because his main asset is uh, he tricks the batter when the batter is trying to hit. If the batter, if it's a game where you don't have X number of limited balls, the batsman can easily wait for the ball to come to him, no matter which side he's spinning. Just wait for the ball to come to him, put his bat and take a single. No issues with that. Varun Chakravarti can, even in T20s, can go for 24 runs easily. The tricky thing is when the batsman tries to hit Chakravarti for a 6 or a 4, that's where Chakravarti is lethal. Because when you
Hmm.
try to hit the ball, instead of letting the ball come to you, you go towards the ball. And then the trick of Chakravarti comes in, where he sometimes bowls off spinner, sometimes leg spinner, the traditional leg spinner, sometimes dusra, and sometimes googly as well. So he does all four types of tricks. And when you are going towards the ball, try to hit the ball. And if you don't pick the ball, then you are in trouble. In test, that won't
But
be the
but
case because you'll let the ball come to you.
yes,
That's me
I
personally.
agree
And the
with
second
you.
point, sorry, just one more thing. And second point is, I don't see Chakravarti fit enough to like play 5 days in a row.
Hmm. 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 And no batting.
And no batting. Although I'm okay if my primary spinner is picking up wickets, I am okay with the fact that he can't bat. I'm okay with three
Yeah.
of my players if my three of my players are very good at their bowling, two fast bowler and one spinner, three bowlers I can pick without batting also, but you have to be a wicket taker. The
Hmm.
fourth
Hmm.
and fifth and sixth bowler, yes, you have to bat, you have to bowl.
You can't you can't be a container and no batting.
Yes, true, exactly my point. And we don't need
Yeah.
containers
And
in Test cricket.
hmm. And just to come to the point that you're saying, I also agree with the fact that Varun Chakravarti can't play 5 days and he gets wickets only when the batsmen are going after him. But in the recent South African series, because this question has been on my mind since a long time, I tried to watch his bowling, but tried to observe and watch his bowling. I noticed one thing that people also give wickets when they are trying to defend. And they tend to mistime the ball because he gets that zip of the wicket and some extra bounce. So if you have some close-in fielders, and the fact is that you're not going to go after Varun Chakravarti, I think that there is a place for him in Test cricket. Like as a chance, I think he should be tried. And I feel if you get a chance to watch the watch the next T20, you should look at his bowling. Even when the batsmen are trying to defend, they really struggle to pick his variations. And
Yes,
when you have those closing, when
I,
you have those
I I've
closing
seen I've
fielders.
seen that I've seen people getting out to Chakravarti when they are trying to defend, but again that comes with the fact that their first intent is trying to hit the ball, and when they don't understand what the ball is, they try to defend. This is
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
not true when it comes to test because uh, their first instinct is not to hit the ball but to defend, and then they defend. These are two different things. Like your first instinct is to hit the ball, and when you don't understand the ball, at last second you try to defend. So you don't have that time to adjust with the ball, whether it is coming in,
Perfect.
coming out, and that's why they tend to miss the ball and get bowled or LB. But when your
Perfect.
intent is only to defend the ball, you start approaching the ball when you're taking stance when the ball leaves the bowler's hand. When your intent is only to defend, you see the ball coming in, and your front foot adjusts towards going for a defense. But in
Hmm.
T20s, what happens with him is ball leaves the bowler's hand. The batsman first intent is to see where the ball is, try to place his front foot in a way so that he can hit the ball, and when they don't understand the ball, then they try to defend. That is too late, and that is the reason why they get out bowled or LB. That's my
Hmm.
take
Hmm.
on it. I'm not saying. And
Hmm.
the other factor is Varun Chakravarti has very poor uh, first class record.
Okay.
Like he has not picked a lot of wickets. He has not actually played a lot of games. That's the thing. Maybe if he would
Yes.
have a bit more experience, first class experience, maybe he would have developed that instinct of picking up wickets. But although
Mm.
he has it,
Mm.
but I'm just
Because
specifically talking about Test.
I feel Varun Chakravarti's intent is always to go for wickets rather than contain. Let's let go of the format for now. Even when he's bowling in T20s, I never think that he's looking to finish the over with five dot balls. He's always looking for that wicket, and this is what I felt was lacking in the Test team. I'm just throwing out a name because we don't have any other names, and I really think that it's a gamble that we should try and take. Varun Chakravarti is again 32. There is not a lot of cricket left in him. India is in that transition phase. You bring him in, he performs for a couple of test series, and I don't think there are a lot of home test series coming up for India as well. But that's another option that I just wanted to get an opinion about.
So
And
right now, India's primary spinner is Kuldeep Yadav, and I think he has done pretty good job uh, at whatever opportunities he has had. He is also someone who doesn't play all the games. So if you are looking for another spinner, I feel Kuldeep should be the first spinner, and if you are looking at playing another spinner, then that spinner should bat a bit. Um
but that's Jadeja for you, right?
yeah,
Currently.
right now it's Jadeja. And then third spinner, pretty okay with Sundar. So I don't think India's spin bowling is a problem at all now. Um, the difference that
But
we saw in the South
South
Africa
Africa.
series, yeah,
South Africa scoring 500, just to reiterate on what you were saying, sorry to interrupt, but South Africa scoring 500 runs, I don't think that is ever acceptable in
yeah, yeah,
and
but you'll have to look at the pitch also. The pitch that we used to play earlier was a rank turner from day one, and the pitch that South Africa scored 500, that was a pitch that was more of when we used to play during Kumble and Harbhajan's era, where
Mm.
it used to start spinning at day three. Most of
But,
the performance that we have seen from Ashwin and Jadeja, those have been ranked on us right from the day one. So that's a
mm.
difference where that's why we could see the difference of runs. Um, I think South Africa
but do you,
series, India, yeah, yeah, there was some issue with the ball. India could have restricted South Africa's batting a bit better. Batters lower down the order scoring runs, tail ender scoring runs. That should have been stopped.
mm.
But India truly lagged with the bat in the South Africa series.
Yes, yes, and to we had to chase 120 or 130 runs in the first
Yes,
test,
yes,
if I'm not wrong.
134, 138, something.
That is should be chaseable, man. Like you can't lose those games. In that game, your bowling did well, your batting failed you,
Yes,
and the game that I was pointing about 500 runs South Africa scoring. If you look at the top order of South Africa, they failed.
they failed.
It's the
Yes,
it's it is the two people from the bottom who somehow scored 200 runs between them.
it was
Like the lower
Bosch, Janssen, I think
Muthusamy.
Muthuswamy. Yeah, Muthuswamy. Yes,
Yes. And that is the that is the feeling that I have that India lacks that cutting edge uh, in bowling. Who is a bowler who is just going to rip the batting lineup apart, which was Ashwin, and Jadeja was kind of a supporting role. If Jadeja is going to maintain that same role, I don't think Kuldeep is as good as Ashwin, and that is where my I'm not saying Kuldeep has done a bad job, but I don't think that Kuldeep is up to the level of an Ashwin, and that is what we have been missing. And that's where I wanted to point out that I don't know if Kuldeep is the answer. Like he is doing well, and I think that Kuldeep should, personally for me, Kuldeep should remain in that third spinner role
third
when playing in
spinner.
India. Yeah, third because Jadeja is the consistent second spinner, and
Then who is the first spinner?
and the first spinner is someone over time we should find our new Ashwin, is what I'm envisioning. And Kuldeep, being that leg spinner, will play a role of a Amit Mishra or someone. Uh, where be mindful that Amit Mishra is no muck with the ball. I'm not saying that he doesn't have the skills or whatever, but I'm saying that the impact that it creates, the third spinner will give you that variety of a leg spin bowler that you have, but you need two frontline finger spinners. And that's just my opinion. I'm happy to be proven wrong. And it's just something that I envision us lacking in the test team. So we were talking about holes, hole at three, hole at five, and I think that there is a hole in the spin department when we are playing in India.
17 matches, 76 wickets, 22 average, 38 strike rate. I feel he has done amazing. It's just he doesn't play. I have not seen Kuldeep play 4 or 5 matches in a row. He always
But
sits
but
out.
most of the games that you are pointing to are when he was playing with Ashwin and Jadeja in the team as the third spinner.
That was he has
I'm
played
not.
only 6 or 7 games with them. That's what I'm saying. Kuldeep has been playing with India for a long time, but he doesn't get chances to play. After Ashwin's retirement, he has started getting chances, and still he has done well with the ball.
Yeah, and I like Kuldeep as a batsman too in tests.
Yes, he can hang around. Like it does will not contribute you with runs, but he will contribute with number of balls he plays. Like
That and
891 balls.
that's totally fine as a tailender. I don't expect much from you either ways. Just hang in there, stay there. You have one of the lower order batsmen, let's say a Rishabh Pant or someone of that caliber playing around you. Just hang in there, give them the strike. Don't get lose your wicket. Don't throw your wicket. That adds those 20, 30 extra runs, which are very crucial in the test games when everyone is going to go for a result. Those extra 20, 30 runs do really matter.
I feel India's bowling spinners and fast bowlers combined. I think India's bowling is sorted. Uh, 4 of India's 6 batters are sorted. It is just number 3 and 5 for me. I think if India can sort out those 3 and 5, other than that, I feel others are pretty much sorted spots. It is just people should know what their role is and should step up. Uh, Rahul, if you are going to open throughout the series, and you are not the keeper, by the way, you are playing as a batter, you are playing as an opener, you need to burn those initial balls. And if you are playing in a batter friendly condition, then you'll have to give India a good start. Same goes
Do
with
you
Jaiswal
do
and
you en do
yeah.
you envision like just a I know this may not happen, but do you envision Rahul at three and because India has a lot of options in the opening department. That's why I'm coming to this conclusion where Rahul takes that added responsibility of playing at three because he's a great player, and you want to kind of protect his wicket a bit because he's now kind of a senior member, and you saw that something similar with Sachin Tendulkar as well. I feel that Sachin Tendulkar would have been a great opener for India in tests, but just to protect him from the new ball, he came in at two down, and he became a legend of the game. Do you
we
envision
have
something
we have
similar
done this
happening to?
enough we have done this enough with Rahul, that I am pretty sure that if he's playing so well right now, he's playing so well as an opener, I think he should continue as opener. uh,
Okay.
Again pushing him at 3, breaking his rhythm as an opener when he starts performing, doing that role, will not be good for him. And then
Okay.
again, we'll have to go back to the same thing, that give Rahul 2 series with the new position. Let him cook at
Hmm.
that position. We can't afford it, because already we are lacking with the bat. If someone is doing well with the bat at a set position, let him do that,
Mm.
and instead search
Mm.
for a number three. Right now,
Yes.
India is trusting Sudarshan at number three. He's a great batter. I think he can do that. He has that potential to perform at number three. Maybe
I
we should just give
I
him.
just want to I just want to throw in two names that I feel are good fits for that 3 and 5 position. For me personally, it should be Ruturaj Gaikwad and Shreyas Iyer.
Yes, I feel Gaikwad is a very good batter at number five, because he has that opening experience as well, so he can tackle the second new ball. So, which usually the number five batter and the keeper should be, who comes at generally number six, they should be very good at. So, if we are looking at a long term solution for this, I pretty much see uh, playing Rituraj at number five. In Indian conditions, he is a good player of spin. He's a good player of swing bowling for those foreign tours when it comes to second new ball. So that would be a very good long term solution. Iyer, I will prefer Iyer only in Indian conditions. A perfect number five. If you're playing a series
And
in
I'm
India.
I'm I'm envisioning Gaikwad at 3, by the way. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
carry on.
I understood what you said. This is my thoughts on Gaikwad, that uh,
Hmm.
look for another three. I think go continue with Sudarshan at three for the next series, and slot in Gaikwad at number five, and this looks a good team. So
Yes.
I can just put in here what I think. Jaiswal. This would be my ideal playing 11 for the next series. Gill 4, Gaikwad 5, Pant 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Bumrah, Siraj, Kuldeep. Now this is the place where, depending on where you are playing, if you are playing in India, there can be Akshar, there can be Sundar. If you are playing outside India, you can get in Reddy. So this is the spot, and I always feel that uh, if you consider yourself as a world beater, a strong consistent side should have fixed 10 positions, who play all the games irrespective of which pitch it is, and that 11th player, which is this number, number 7,
Uh,
should be someone
by
who
the way,
should be
the
rotated.
yeah, but by the way, sorry to interrupt, but the next, just to help you with the 11, the next series is versus Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's in Sri Lanka, India, or any Asian conditions, where you get assistance with the pitch for spinners, then you can play in Sundar or Akshar depending on your confidence. They both provide similar things. Akshar will be more handy with the ball, will chip in with the bat. Sundar will be more handy with the bat, like a 30 runs difference, I would say, with the bat. But with the ball, there would be few wickets difference, where Akshar will pick up more wickets. And when
I,
you're playing
I,
in Sena countries, you can go in with Reddy.
I envision Akshar and Sundar playing instead of Rana in Sri Lanka. Just saying. Uh,
Yes, 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 definitely, yes. Yeah, you can play both Sundar and Akshar here. Instead of Rana, you can play Sundar in here. Yeah, that's what. Like, okay, you'll have nine fixed players, and then these two players will be depending on the pitch
correct,
and
correct,
conditions. They're
correct, correct.
totally
Absolutely
fine
right.
by me.
Yes, and I love the lineup. With the Gaikwad at 5, it gives that balance of a solid player. I still do not trust Sudarshan that much. I
Yes,
think
true.
I looked at his first class career. It's
Yeah, he
not that
averages
pretty.
39 with the bat in first class.
Exactly. And there are so many players like Baba Indrajit, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Sarfaraz Khan, uh, all of these, and I might be missing a couple of others, but all of these have an average of almost 45 plus. And I think they kind of are more deserving. And that's when I'm coming to the fact by saying that it doesn't matter if they are older. Like Sai Sudarshan is preferred because he's younger, but I don't mind if they are older players. They will serve their purpose for 3 or 4 years because your core is based on younger players and they are already there. Your Jaiswals, your Gills, your Pant is relatively young too.
Yeah, Pant is
Uh,
young. We
they
forget that, but Pant is very young.
Exactly. So these players like your core is still young, and these one or two additions who are slightly older players, I don't mind that actually.
True,
And you don't need everyone to be a young player just to come in and start playing the game.
true,
I
true.
can
Your
totally envision.
this team has to be pulled by one, two, three, four, 5, 6, and 7. These are the senior players. These 7 players are the senior players. If Akshar
Yes,
plays in, Akshar is the senior player. Sundar and Reddy are new. They can be carried around. This Rana spot is basically a spot for a bowler, a proper bowler who will give you 15,
15
20,
runs.
very 15, 20 very important runs. It can be
And
Shardul. We saw Shardul. Shardul was good for a very small amount of time that he played, but with his like he became injured. He got injured and then he came back a very unfit Shardul, I would say. He was very
uh,
chubby. He was looking unfit. He was running a bit awkward. He did not have a great IPL. He
oh,
did not play many matches as well. Uh,
yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, but you missed a very big name. You don't have Jadeja.
yes, Jadeja. Yes, my bad. My bad.
Like he is that minus player that you are no, by minus I mean highlighted player that you are referring to as the one who
The
should
senior.
carry Team
Yes,
India.
yes. How much Test cricket just does Jadeja have? It's not about his
L-
fitness. I'm not talking about his fitness, physical fitness. I'm talking about his mental fitness.
I think Jadeja has been slowly checked out from the team. He retired from um T20s. He still wants to stake his claim in ODIs, but I think
I
that
think
ship has sailed
it's
for him.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I think it's time for Jadeja to say goodbye to ODIs as well and just concentrate on test. If he wants to play tests, then just concentrate in here. If he doesn't want to play test, then maybe he can work on his power hitting game and then try to get his spot in the playing 11 in ODIs. But
And and for me personally, I feel that Jadeja has not done anything wrong to be removed from the ODI squad. But I just feel that Akshar is doing so much more, and he
yes,
deserves his place over Jadeja. It's
yes,
not that Jadeja has not performed or he has not been doing well. It's just that Akshar is doing so much better, and you can't have two same players in the team. Like
yes, and
by same, I
also
mean
Jadeja comes into the to bat at a very specific point where India needs those sixes,
quick runs. Yeah.
not just force but clearance, like put your leg out, front foot out, and just try to clear the ball, try to take on those
लप्पा नहीं मार
fielders.
सकता बोलो भाई.
हाँ हाँ बेसिकली लप्पा लप्पा मारने वाला चाहिए जो
हाँ.
राइट नाउ वी सी अक्षर as a better slog hitter, if you want to
लप्पेबाज
use
लप्पेबाज.
the English term. Akshar is a better slogger than Jadeja right now, and with them doing pretty much the same thing with the ball, Akshar might be preferred and should be preferred over Jadeja in ODIs.
Yep. Completely agree with you. And that is a good slash that you have. Jadeja slash Rana. If you're playing in seam friendly wickets, you get Rana in. If you're playing in spin friendly wickets, you get Jadeja in.
Yep.
And if you want variety, you go for Sundar instead of Akshar. Like two of on spinning conditions, Akshar, Sundar, and Jadeja, two of them play.
Yeah,
Uh,
also what you need with them, need from them with the bat or ball. So if you need more of a batter in the team, like you are seeing that your Bumrah, Siraj, Kuldeep are in excellent form, they are picking up wickets. You don't need an additional bowler. Then you can go with Sundar, who will just be a bank with the bat and is a safety deposit with the ball. Like he's not a very bad
True.
bowler that you won't trust him if such a situation arises.
True. I agree with you on that. And that's a very good duo to have. Like personally for me, I can envision Sundar and Akshar playing in every single format, and they can be my all format players because they offer so much for so much with the bat that even if they are not frontline bowlers per se, they can be that kind of backup bowlers. Like for example, if you're going in let's say fast bowling friendly pitches, you can go with four pacers and two of these guys, and they are good enough spinners to carry you in the game.
What if Hardik Pandya decides, fuck it, I'm gonna play Test cricket now. This spot totally turns into Pandya's spot. The
Yeah,
number seven batting
basically
spot.
basically we are hoping Reddy becomes 50% of what Pandey is, and that will also serve the purpose.
Oh,
But
by the way, sorry, yes, continue.
no, I was just saying that that role is like Nitish Reddy needs to come, put his hand up someday and say, I have been given so many opportunities. Give me one series, play me all five games or three games, whatever it is. Give me the ball in hand, give me the bat in hand. Let me be given a fair shot that I would be able to contribute. And I think that should be his final opportunity, where he
I
either
think
proves himself.
Reddy will someday come good. He has that potential with the bat, and he can chip in with the ball. I won't say he's the wicket taker. He's not even a wicket taker like Pandya or a Thakur is, or even a Rana is. He's nowhere near them. But with the bat, I've seen that potential in him.
Fair
The only
enough, fair
spot
enough.
here I feel is questionable. I can see Gaikwad if he comes in at five. I see him as a player who can cement his place. He has all the skills. He can do it. Even Sudarshan has it. But the thing is that we have seen Sudarshan for a few tests now, and he has not looked confident at number three.
He doesn't look solid. That's the like he's very iffy and uh, it looks like he
Yeah,
can crumble under
yeah,
pressure.
that's what it is. Like he's underconfident. He is playing at such an important position at number three, where you need to have that solid defense, which he has, but he has to show that confidence that he can put his front foot out and block the ball. He tries to do it, but his front foot, it looks shaky, and when it's shaky, you're not solidifying, you're not transferring your weight properly, and that is when your hanging bat comes in. And once it's a hanging bat, you're always in that zone of play and a miss or a nick, which we have seen Sudarshan going for.
Fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, I guess we were focusing on the
Yeah.
T20 game. We went too deep into the test lineup.
I wanted to
But
end the stream at 30-minute mark. I tried ending it, but we went on to discuss about test, and now it's 1 hour 30
I
minutes. So
was
yeah,
I was extremely excited about the Ashes, and that's the reason I really
yeah,
started talking
we'll
about
have
Test
one
cricket.
live. We'll go live for Ashes. When is the
Fair
next
enough.
match?
But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining us. We'll definitely do a Ashes podcast soon. Uh, on the buy side, Siddesh is just looking at the next Ashes test series when it's coming up. I think it's next week, Siddesh. You can just,
16,
yeah, there
16
we go.
December.
16th. Yeah. Yeah. So we can have a podcast for you
Before
on
before
tests.
this, we should have a podcast for auctions. I think whenever the auction starts, whatever time it starts, uh,
Hmm. We would need to do a offline SMAT analysis uh, before we come to the auction. But yeah.
no, what
Uh,
I'm saying is directly. Oh, yes, we should actually do that. But directly on December 16th, begins at 2:30 p.m. IST. What is 2:30 p.m. IST?
uh, 2:30 p.m. IST is
2
4 a.m.
EST.
for you. 4 a.m.
Oh,
for
oh,
you.
damn, man. 2:30 p.m. था ना?
वो एआई मोड को क्लिक करो ना, जल्दी आता है। मतलब वो कैलकुलेशन नहीं करना पड़ता।
5 a.m. 5 a.m. and on
5 a.m.
16th. So what is 16th?
16th is a Tuesday.
16th is a Tuesday. I Tuesday यार Tuesday तो early meetings man Tuesday.
But I guess we can discuss this offline. We can end the stream for now.
Okay, thank you so much guys. We'll be uploading this to YouTube as well. There's someone
And
who
we'll
I think
see.
there was a bot which came in best viewers blah blah blah. Okay,
But yeah,
stopping the stream.
We'll see you again tomorrow, next week.
Tomorrow.